nessa minha trajetória. Ali eu consegui me experimentar e eu acho que, eu tenho certeza que o meu passo pelo Sub-17, onde o clube me deu essa oportunidade, porque não é fácil que o clube abra as portas e te deu uma categoria já tão importante para treinar, não tem nenhuma dúvida que foi uma das coisas mais importantes nessa minha trajetória. Ali eu consegui me experimentar, consegui colocar tudo que eu penso, errei muito mais do que acertei. A base ela permite você fazer esses testes e eu tive uma conexão muito grande com os jogadores, com os meninos do Sub-17, são todos meus amigos. Eu vejo eles crescerem, alguns fizeram gols já no profissional comigo, então foi uma categoria que me deu toda essa confiança para chegar no profissional e saber como lidar com o jogador, como apresentar uma preleção, como falar no treino. Isso já preparando para o jogo de amanhã. Foi tudo muito rápido, mas com um objetivo traçado na frente. Eu sempre tive muito claro os objetivos da minha vida. Parece que o tempo foi muito rápido, porque a única coisa que a gente olha sempre é o próximo jogo, a vitória, o título e o que está pela frente. Então, esse é o meu objetivo. O jogo de amanhã, me conhece quantas horas? Estamos estudando durante o ano para chegar nesse momento aqui e amanhã, a partir do momento que o juiz apitar, desfrutar e que vença o melhor. Final stream before the final. Quarta-feira, 2 horas da tarde, aí no Brasil e no Rio de Janeiro, foi decretado ponto facultativo. Então, a festa está preparada, a confiança do espalhada pelas ruas.
Do you want to come on? Let me know. It's about PSG Flamengo. It has arrived, finally. So I'm going live because what I'm seeing here is Tolima about to be champion because Barranquilla don't know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. It's an absolute joke, bro. So I'll be dropping the link soon. So yeah, so join the stream. I'll put the link in. So yeah, as we prepare for tomorrow, PSG Flamengo, what are we saying? What's your prediction? We're going to get to the latest news. Fine. So yeah, so let's just join the stream, guys. Join the stream. So hold on. Give me a sec. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 sec. I'm back. Big up. But yeah, let's go by and get a champion. Oh, thanks to Tolima. Screwing things up. We're counting the seconds. Just blow the whistle. It's over. Barranquilla are an absolute. Tolima is an absolute disgrace to Colombian football. So big up, Armando. Yeah, subscribe to me. Big up, bro. If you're watching this, I'm trying to get Luis on if I can. So yeah, so we're doing one final stream. We'll be here for the next 2 hours as we build up tomorrow for the final. Junior es campeón. What a joke from Tolima. What an absolute joke. These guys don't even deserve to be playing in final. And now people are going to believe in you know what. All right, there we go. Whatever. That's an absolute joke. Did I not put the link in? Hold on, let me try to put the link in for the people on Twitter real quick. It's not just that. But yeah, congrats to Let's Go Junior, because Tolima don't know what they're doing. They deserve to win. So yeah, I'm ready to go live. So yeah, so let me send this to a few people, and then I'll get started. We're going to be reacting to Twitter updates, huge updates, as we're getting ready. So yeah, so join in the chat, guys. So yeah, so get ready for it. Get ready for it. I'm trying to get everything cleared up. So yeah, there's a stream, guys. Join the stream. Join the chat. Don't be lazy. Don't move fraudulent. Don't move like you know. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna be previewing both Copa do Brasil final and Intercontinental Cup final. Who sent me a lot? Let's talk about it. So yeah, so today it's today. Today's the day of the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. Technically tomorrow, but it's today. Ah, shoot, no. All right, let me let you know that I'm live. Yeah, ignore that. Well, what a joke from Tolima. Tolima can't even score a bloody goal against 10 men. What a joke. It's an absolute joke. So who could I invite? Of course, Cooler. Yeah. But yeah, so let me know. I'm trying to get Cooler. Okay. Ah, damn it! I missed him. Oh. There we go. I have to mention him. So yeah, so tell me who he's live. Not like, be favoritism. Like, I don't want that. I hate favoritism. Who else I can mention? So yeah, so anyone debating? Available. We be reacting to what Brazilian media be saying. Absolutely. It's really hard to get these comments in. It's annoying. So yeah. So let me just send this here. But yeah. Bring on stream, yeah, let me bring on a few people. Yeah, I'm live again. I'm live. So yeah. You're welcome to join. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, you're here, Luis. Yes, big up. What are we saying for PSG Flamengo? I know you guys are going to be hosting the game tomorrow yourself, Man City Brentford, which we'll keep an eye on that. What are we saying about that? Are you looking confident? Are you excited for this game? I know you probably will be at school, but I'm just trying to get someone on. Hopefully the panel today, even if you don't have time or whatever, vice versa. Luis Enrique. Oh, let me make a response to this. Flamengo PSG finals tomorrow. I just have to respond to this. The tweet. Yeah, it is tomorrow. Showdown. I missed the stream. My bad. So yeah, as we're trying to get ready for the games. Get ready for the games. So yeah, I'm getting ready. So yeah, it should be a great one. So yeah, before I guess maybe I'll put the link if you want to join. But what else would you want to say about Flamengo? We will be reacting to the tweets. I'm just making sure everyone is there, including Cooler, even though it's not in the chat here. Miss Molina should be there soon, hopefully. So yeah, it's tomorrow, guys. Let me just pull up Pop Mob. So as we all know, I did a preview of Red and Blue. Big up to him. Go sub to him. Of course, I linked his channel. I should have shared his community post about the two teams. It's today. It's tomorrow technically for us, but it's today already. This game, we are just 14 and a half hours away from happening. The biggest game of the week is literally 14 hours away from us. Already. How do I feel? Mixed emotions, in my opinion, mixed feelings. And by the way, Luis, can you share the stream? Can you share the stream to Holland King, Man City Goat, or Holland Goat, whatever, one of your guys, just to make the stream more entertaining. Yeah, if he's not busy. Big up to him or anyone as well. But yeah, the two biggest clubs, the two best or non-cool clubs of the world will be going against each other, fighting for the trophy. The champions of Europe or the Champions League winners will be going against the champions of South America or the champions of the Copa Libertadores. So yeah, we all knew how it's going to be playing out. So we all know PSG are the favorites. Flamengo, we must, of course, as a Brazil fan, I want Flamengo to win. I got the two shirts as I already display. Big up Jordan. Big up Luis as they're trying to big up each other. Big up Invited. You're here. What's up, Cooler? What's up? Big up. Smash up the likes. I'll drop the link if anyone wants to join. It's free in the bit. But yeah, here we go. PSG Flamengo. What are we saying? Dembele doesn't deserve that. That's true. Dembele has won the FIFA Best Award in Qatar 24 hours before the game. And now, no surprisingly, that he is champion of that. I am not surprised. So yeah, so we all know this is probably the lineup. This is the last starting lineup. But yeah, I predicted this final to happen. FIFA the best rewards. You know what, dude? We're gonna review that in just a sec. Because I thought some of them were just stupid, bro. Oh my goodness, the FIFA best reward. Get out of here. Those awards, they suck. Of course, we all know Dembele was gonna win it. No surprise in there. Does he deserve it? Yeah. Most parts he did his job. But Rafinha, man, the agenda is against him. This is an agenda against Brazilians, surely. Hi, Cooler. PSG Flamengo tomorrow is going to be crazy. Bellingham and Palmer shouldn't even be here. Exactly. This is why I'm going to see Tempele, Yamal. All right, so let me try to pull this up. Okay, let me pull this up on Twitter. And by the way, here's the link if you want to join us. I put it on Twitter. No, I don't want to hide menu. And where was Holland ranked? Let me see. So we all know Luis Enrique. Fair enough. He's going to get the best of the, what's this called? Manager award, even though he did lost the Club World Cup to Chelsea, which I thought that should have been wrapped up, honestly, since. But yeah, look at this FIFA best 11. I know Pacho made it here. But yeah, so these are the FIFA best reward. Guess who's in there? Dembele, Yamal's, the two striker, wingers attack basically. And then the pivot at the midfield, Palmer. Of course, the midfield to the attack basically. Vitinha, Bellingham, Pedri, Palmer, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, it isn't just PR. Congrats to her. She has won it like a third time. Yes, I saw it. A lot. I have a final. Oh, interesting. That's true. It is the end of the semester. I feel you, bro. This is why I couldn't stream as much 2 years ago. I had exams like that, so I had to go off the internet for a bit, for like a few months. I had to disappear kind of, because I just had school, and thankfully I don't have to go through it again, but yeah, it's just not sustainable. So yeah, there's a link. Let me know. But that sucks. Oh, didn't show up. I think. Oh, for the event. At least put Rafinha or Yamal. I agree, honestly. No offense to Yamal. Big up, Charlie. FTD is in the house. Smash up the like. Share the stream. Oh no, not Charlie. Just kidding. Yamal should be there. I own Charlie every time. I might be a bad. Sorry, it's because it's been a rough night for me. Sorry about that. You can let me know what happened on DMs. By the way, before you go sleep, Luis, if you're watching this, real quick, can you like up that post on Twitter I made? I sent it to you earlier. The lineups, which I'm gonna talk about between the two teams. Which I'm gonna preview the lineups once again. As yeah, you can join. But not Dembele if he was UCL. He has deserved it. Jack Grealish will own you on Saturday. Everton will win 2-0 against Arsenal. Good night, Luis, bro. Yeah, hopefully you recover, bro. Unless you're going through a rough night. For me, my day has been okay. Last week was rough for me. My Friday was rough, or Thursday. My hair is like Grealish. True. Arsenal will bottle it, but still humble all day, every day. Nah. I own PMF 5. Barca was lazy today. Yeah, Barcelona did secure a 2-0 win against Guadalajara, but it wasn't that impressive because it took you 70 minutes to break them down. And this could have gone to extra time, and Guadalajara played really well. And this is from the 5th division. You guys played kind of bad. Yeah, Guadalajara gave up 2 goals because they couldn't hold on, but this feels like just a 1-0 win. That's the unfortunate news. it just was not good enough from Barcelona, bro. So we're gonna review it. But yeah, Luis, check on Twitter. Barcelona. Adam, did you saw? Yeah, I didn't. Of course, I didn't watch the game because I was like busy. I think the highlights are out, which I will watch after the end of the game. But you guys were kind of bad, right? We'll check. Guadalajara just parked the bus. We're not even countering. The defenders were marking them all. Damn, that's just awful. Na 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 na. Yep, just like the Club World Cup song. They only earned $500,000, Junior. Oh, that's less than Toluca. Yamal's clear, Saka. Barcelona was not scoring the first out of the team against the third. Are they third or fifth division? I know, right? Because I know Guadalajara, not the one in Mexico, because Mexico, of course, they're owned by the Spaniards, the Spanish royalty. That's why Barcelona, that's why Mexico, my bad, has so much Spanish dialect with the relationship. Sagan, that stream made his comeback. Would have been a lot. It would have been rash if it wasn't for his day. He got a goal, but it was just frustrating. Barcelona. Well, even though Guadalajara, you could say did much because they don't have the quality. I know, right? And me being sarcastic. Yeah, he was good, but he was so great. No goals and all that. Yeah, right? It is. Even though we all know Guadalajara don't have the quality to punish you, and they were parking the bus, so they could do very limited. So yeah, so who do you agree? Of course, Nuno Mendes, of course, fair enough. Virgil van Dijk, even though his form is dropping off for the Netherlands and for Liverpool as well defensively. Palmer, he has that lack of goal drought, even though he has scored from open play recently. But the Real Madrid PR is just ridiculous, bro. Of course they want a team, of course. Hopefully Ter Stegen, I hope I don't see him again. PSG winning versus Flamengo. You got a 3-1 prediction. Mate, what the about he was good today. Well, to be fair to Guadalajara, they don't have I know Guadalajara, I know they're like in the third or fourth division, like you said. I'm just being realistic. It's because they don't have the quality. Because if this was someone else, like maybe like Alaves or Sociedad, it would have been hard to keep it clean, honestly. Because Guadalajara, I get it. They don't have the quality. And there's no disrespect to neither both Guadalajara or Ter Stegen. I'm just saying that I know it's just not. But of course, I'm just being realistic. You got PSG beating Flamengo despite you don't liking PSG. Don't forget the last time PSG played from Brazil. Yeah, it was Botafogo as we talked about this yesterday, which I'll still talk about it today. And that game, obviously. So I'm gonna get into it in just a bit. We're gonna build up the forms. But yeah, that's true. But funny enough, they didn't add Moises Caicedo. I forgot to mention about that. Moises Caicedo. They chose Bellingham over Moises Caicedo. They didn't even add him. I know he's a defensive midfielder, but they decided to not add him because of Bellingham or Vitinha. What are your thoughts? That was shocking, bro. I think Caicedo is the best defensive midfielder ahead of Rodri. PSG will still win. Yes, PSG are the favorites, and I'm going to break it down. I just want to say my thoughts on the FIFA awards real quick. And Charlie scored 1v1, letter white, joking. Yep. But yeah, make sure you check my tweet, Luis, the message I sent you about the lineups, which I'll pull it up. Now I'll do another one. Ter Stegen played good, but if he wants to, that's true. That's true. He needs to. I know he just got back from, surgery a few weeks earlier or a few months early. because I know if he wants to be the number one goalkeeper for Germany, he has to play. So he has to be on smoke. But I don't know because you got Jordan Garcia, you got Szczesny, even though Szczesny hasn't been much better either. But yeah, of course, they couldn't but I think he has to go on loan somewhere. I don't know who's the favorite to sign him. If he wants to improve, yeah, he can, and maybe just bring his trust. But of course, Guadalajara, Barcelona, my bad. Let's see what they say. The club, I think the best idea. I think they should loan him if they're going to keep Szczesny in case John Garcia goes down injured again or something bad happens, basically. So, because it's World Cup season, I think Ter Stegen will still start for Germany. I forgot Germany's another goalkeeper. We all know Neuer. Manuel Neuer has retired. So, yeah, at the lineup. Yeah, I heard that he's not Flick didn't use his full strength. I'm not cooler. Barca wants to visit their stadiums. They don't do anything. And what's your response? Caicedo's not here. Neither Declan Rice. What's your response, Charlie? No Declan Rice. No Caicedo. And of course, Caicedo had more shouts to be here. Do I Pacho over Coutinho? Absolutely. Hakimi, consistent right back, basically. Besides that one-off game against PSG for some reason. Pacho didn't even play in the Club World Cup final. Because the red card, luckiness. And Junior's campeón because Dom Lima is an absolute joke to Colombian football. And of course, some people want to defend. Of course, I defend Rafinha. But of course, some people want to have it both ways. When Vinicius Jr., I have to say this from Brazil fans, right? From my end, of course, I don't know. FIFA, I swear to God, I don't know if FIFA has an agenda against Brazilians and the Ballon d'Or, same thing. I think this is worse, honestly, for Rafinha's case than Vinny's case. Because here's the thing, Rafinha, at least Vinny won the FIFA Best Awards before they played Pachuca last year's Intercontinental Cup, even though for Real Madrid, this is the last day of being an Intercontinental Cup champion. It won't be there for that long. But yeah, do I think Rafinha has been robbed a lot? Honestly, yeah. Because he was UCL's top goal scorer. The UCL Best Award, I know it's debatable between him and Dembele, but definitely for the best for Barcelona, absolutely. And I think, yeah, I don't think Jude deserves a place. I'll choose Rafinha on the left wing, absolutely. And I know a lot of people want to debate about this, but of course it's like how they prove, how technical they are. It should have been left wing Rafinha, striker, Dembele. Especially for me, I kind of agree. And I know they're talking about for the span of last 12 months, but of course, Yamal was good, and the 5 to 6 months ago. Before, of course, after the season ends, and then yeah, do I think they got? But not including FIFA's 11, kind of is a joke, honestly. But of course, FIFA wants to do these weird formations. Should have been included. The Ballon d'Or, of course. Well, I know it's impossible. I know it's not Rafinha's fault, but I get it, his case, because he has all the stats. He showed up in the big games. He showed up against every single game. Real Madrid, Inter Milan in the semifinals. Barcelona's defense is probably the reason why. Thiago Silva, they didn't make it to the bloody final. It's like Clemente, what they did their own ridiculous a few days ago against Vasco. So yeah, so if this is happening, I'm not surprised. But then, there was a lineup for the FIFA Yeah, and Rafinha's not on there. I think it's a joke, bro. 9 p.m. if I like it. It's just bollocks, bro. And like, yeah, I think Rafinha, I think he's been like harsh, bro. Because at least Vinny has won a FIFA best reward, but the Ballon d'Or, I kind of feel bad. Even though, of course, Dembele, he did his thing at PSG for the Champions League, no doubt about that. Which I will bring the trophy because I have a trophy as I'm trying to go to my local library and maybe print the Premier League trophy. Maybe I'll get it done by Thursday. I get it. Yeah, it's this trophy. And I know Inter Milan, these guys didn't show up against PSG, but they go ahead and they took Barcelona's UCL away. But yeah, consistently, Rafinha has been, on smoke since, the end of August of last year, showing up in every single game. I know he had problems scoring against Atletico Madrid, right? I think it was just one game. Big up, Miss Molina. Do you want to join? The link is on the Twitter page in the reply section. If you could see, I think I sent it to you. If not, we'll just put it there. If not, I'll just put that. We're talking about the FIFA Best Board, the final game between PSG and Flamengo. One more sleep. And of course, even Rafinha's wife is even mad at calling this out. They don't even hide it anymore. Rafinha, basketball player, and Justin. So yeah, I kind of feel bad. I kind of get it where he's coming from, because he has done like so much, even at the age of 29. Big up. Let me know if you want to join. I might drop the link again just to be faster. So yeah, so there you go. So yeah. Do I think this is injustice? Yes, I think so. I have a feeling they have an agenda against Brazilians. I can't lie. Because why? And of course, fair play to Dembele. Of course, this can only be one winner. But I think Rafinha has been being disrespected. It's an absolute joke, honestly. And I mean, well, of course, some people want to say, of course, debate for even some rival fans, that they said that they'd rather some rival fans, not just Real Madrid fans, even they can admit saying that Rafinha is better than Yamal right now. He's taking care of Barcelona more. Even Junior, the big PSG fan, big up to him. He said that Rafinha did more and should have more of a case compared to Dembele. I mean, no, sorry, Yamal, my bad. Of course. Because he has shown, of course, Yamal has done his moments too as well. But I see Rafinha just had to take care of more of it. People want to debate about the duo. Some people says it was just one team and all that. Just like the whole Vinny and Mbappe are trying to do all this. I just don't know. I just hope for the best. But I think this is just being a little bit much disrespectful, honestly. Of course, some Real Madrid fans, rival fans, will be shameless into these stuff. Of course, people want to say Yamal, Rafinha together. But of course, someone wants to debate because there's only going to be an argument case for a Ballon d'Or winner, or they'll be pushing on one player instead of two to not divide the vote. But of course, you see with the calculations and all that, it's just so much, bro. And I know I may not get too much. I mean, I should, but it's just. But yeah, I don't know. Debate that with the judges, even though, of course, I think Rafinha deserves a lot more respect, honestly. And honestly, no offense to. Well, this is not even from me, actually. There's some rival fans, even junior PSG fans, said that Barcelona fans have been pushing Yamal too much for the Ballon d'Or, and they couldn't push for Rafinha, and all that nonsense, and all that. That if you didn't push for him, maybe there was a slightly chance. But of course, the Champions League was missing. So of course, if you have to win a Ballon d'Or, you have to win basically this. Come on. You have to win basically this. As you see, the Champions League, yep. Because I'm going to try and make more of these so I can sell them. Hey, Miss Malaya, all right. Yeah, you can let him. So yeah, so I know that some people might debatable about that, but of course, against Inter, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault against Inter. It was just the Barcelona's defense, and of course, the possibly foul that should have been the goal that should have been disallowed. But the arguments, I'm not here to like make it, but of course I can't. But the problem is, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not calling out any Barcelona fans, but yeah, some people could be a little bit ignorant. And he won this, that, even though it's just a whole lot of nonsense, and I just hope that people can understand. I just don't know. I mean, I think Rafinha has been disrespected too much, but at the same time, it's just even Mohamed Salah wasn't there for the best form. Mohamed Salah, this is probably his last good season he probably ever have for the club. He probably move on and leave for Saudi Arabia for money passion reasons, of course, and just get the bag. And yeah, so yeah, and Rafinha has done more than 50 GA last season. Everything. And he's still not there. Listen, Rafinha he played 64 games like ESPN. ESPN is claiming, he's 64 games, 38 goals, 24 assists, taking penalties as well, open play goals, hat-trick against Bayern Munich, won them La Liga, won them Copa del Rey, few assists. Even if he was quiet against Barcelona, he did score a couple. I don't know if he scored against Atletico Madrid. I could be wrong. And then after Atletico Madrid, Valencia, I think he might have scored. I could be wrong. Betis. But yeah, Corinthians, Vash will be at Fox Sports for the final. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So yeah, so any final thoughts before we move on? But yeah, I know, of course, people want to debate about this. I have no idea why. But like, some people, of course, will be shameless. But of course, Barcelona fans will say they could. And like PR, I know. And I know people have examples like this. Yeah, it could be untrue. No offense, kind of. So yeah, don't get me wrong, FIFA has kind of lost his. But yeah, even Rafinha himself doing this alone. It is you to know. But yeah, I have no idea why they're having Van Dijk. Look at this. But yeah, even though I can't show the cup. But yeah, he showed up in the big games. I know he couldn't score against Atletico. He hit off the post, I think, at one of those games. Atletico Madrid. Of course, it was hard to score. He scored, of course, twice back-to-back games against Real Madrid. 3 games out of the 4 against Real Madrid. Making an assist, of course, against Bilbao as well, if I'm correct. And then another small La Liga teams, even though, of course, we wanted to debate about La Liga being trash. But a Champions League hat-trick against Bayern Munich, even though people wanted to debate that Bayern were not playing well. 2024 Bayern was crap all year with no trophies. Even the first half of 2024, they were not good. And Bayern has improved this season. Of course, they've looked so much better, of course, kind of. Not the best, but much of a better squad they have. Or much better, basically, mentality. Or everyone's doing much better, basically, based on form. Like, yeah, absolutely. This Rafinha disrespect, yeah, it's kind of good too far. Or am I surprised? No. And yeah, I heard Mbappe, he has won the court case at PSG. What's your response? He won the court case. What's your response? And then he scored against Dortmund, if I'm correct. Benfica. Didn't have to play in the playoff games, which I think Barcelona might have to go ahead and play playoffs. But yeah, of course, Chelsea fans will want the fun. Yeah, she won it again for Barcelona and Spain's women, of course. This was last year. Big up to my guy, Madrista Goal. He followed me. Yeah, so I'm back him, of course, people. But yeah, this was, of course, breaking. Rafinha is not including the. And look, and of course, yeah, look at the GA. Of course, people want to, hype up GA, but it's like everything. And even he just was trying to make runs. So he had 2 assists, 1 assist, 2 goals against Villarreal. Even though, of course, some of course, La Liga teams are trash, basically. An assist, goal, penalty. That's true, he did score away at Dortmund, but yeah, of course, with the famous and Rafinha, of course, at that time, this was 23, 24, back in April. So I know people could debate about that. Yeah, I'm kind of, but yeah, it is what it is. Dembele, he just did his thing. He had to get to me, even though Miami are not some big club. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So yeah, there we go. So it is what it is. All right, so let's just move on to the actual game. It's PSG Flamengo. This guy's already making a meme already. 100 likes. Forbidden to ignore. Be sure that PSG Flamengo final, the greatest club, history, leave you, bicampeonato. Absolutely, of course, I hope so. And of course, the 2 teams will want to build up. So yeah, so guess what? It's midnight in Brazil. We have 14 more hours to go. I will put a timer. So yeah, so the game is at 2 p.m. Brazil time, 9 a.m. my time. It's gonna absolutely get closer. Am I surprised? No. As we're just building up for the final that's gonna happen the next few hours. It's all going down soon. So yeah, reminding that Chelsea are the true Club World Cup winners. Debatable about that. So yeah, my thoughts. It's gonna be a really tough game. We will be live. No, I know Bruno Enrique is him recovering in a hospital. This is not him right now today. Of course, he's fully fit. This is a few years ago when he got injured, bruising against. I forgot who it is. And they're just showing an example of Flamengo fans are hopeful today. Everyone's saying PSG are the favorite. Flamengo's ratio. Absolutely facts. How about I don't get copyrighted? I agree, because especially you never know, maybe Flamengo's physicality might work. And I know, but the difference is, of course, the Chelsea fans, the Botafogo fans will be here in case Flamengo does lose to PSG. That being PSG for everyone and all that crap, of course. But here's the thing. Flamengo may have a fully squad, even though at full strength. Not there yet, but 95% strength. But PSG, they too also have almost everyone fit. No one is suspended, unfortunately. João Neves' red card for the FIFA Club World Cup final does not affect the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. It was only affected with the Super Cup and I think Champions League game or League One game, or 2 games for that violent conduct against Cucurella, which Flamengo handled. And they were the ones that were actually being the good ones. And of course, they were declared the home team. Yeah. But yeah, so what are we saying? These are the little training sessions on the evening. This is where it's going to be played at this stadium. What are we saying? So yeah, PSG are looking for the 6th trophy. As for Flamengo, the Super Cup is next month for PSG anyways. As for Flamengo, they're looking for another trophy themselves. They're looking to make it 7 tomorrow. If they win the Intercontinental Cup, this will be declared. This might be Flamengo's best season ever. Debatable about that. Yes, I know the new FIFA Intercontinental Cup has formatted because, in my opinion, Flamengo back in 2022 with the old Club World Cup, even though it was played in early 2023, which Flamengo got knocked out by Al-Ahly. Unfortunately, of course, Flamengo would have played Real Madrid if this was the old format, which I'm going to show you. But yeah, it would have been different. The format would have been different. So what else are we saying? So yeah, so they said nos vemos mañana, the Spanish account, in PSG Spanish account. And he says nos vemos pronto, we will see you. So yeah, so two giant clubs, at least. This one is massive. PSG Flamengo is absolutely massive. And guess what? Just like back in New York City, during the before the Club World Cup final, they're doing their display as well. You know, just like with Cole Palmer and Ousmane Dembele, we're sitting, you know, at a crane, a small, like, you know, crane. It's levels, you know, or like a bench basically, which they level something with a machine that goes up, and you know, both players are just sitting right next to the Club World Cup trophy at each other basically. And they're doing the skies of New York City, right? Manhattan, you know, with, you know, like the Empire State Building being right there, or One Trade Center, basically. And other huge buildings around New York City, basically the famous landmark, or even Statue of Liberty, you know what I'm saying. So it looks like they're doing that. So it looks like, I don't know if this is, so yeah, it looks like they're doing that. Yes, they met in person. There might be a video, which I'm hoping I could get. Marquinhos with Bruno Henrique. Looks like they're free. These 2 players, personally, I think this is for the first time since June. I could be wrong. I think for the first time since June, these 2 players have met. Let me see. Let me just search on my phone. Let me see. Marquinhos and Bruno Henrique met. Let me see. Marquinhos, Bruno Henrique. When was the last time they met? Before today, I forgot. It might have been it might have been this year. I don't know. I forgot. I swear Bruno Henrique and Marquinhos might have been called up this year, or maybe a few months ago, in one of the FIFA windows. So let's see. But yeah, but of course, we all know that Marquinhos, big legend, of course, big player that been playing for PSG. Oh, you're back? Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. Big up. So what are we saying about PSG Flamengo Marquinhos? So it looks like there's been an interview which we'll react soon. I kind of scared for the next round of the Copa del Rey. When is the draw for that? I want to know. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow? When is the draw for the round of 16? Because you could get in that. Let's go Madrid, Valencia, Betis again. I don't know. We'll see. Roma. When was the last time they've been called up for Brazil together? Let me see, Marquinhos. I don't know if this was this year. Apparently, the last time they met each other was September 2025. Oh, yeah, you're right. Even though these games were useless against Venezuela. No, not Venezuela. Bolivia and Chile. Did he play a few minutes? But I think that was the last time they linked up. So that was recently. The two players recently just linked up. It wasn't that far ago, basically. It was back in 2025 where Carlo called up both Bruno Henrique and Marquinhos. And I think they might have been talking behind, training sessions. So maybe they knew that this final was going to happen because it says it all. You're going to sleep soon. So when is the draw? Probably at 2026. That happened last season, but I don't know. Hi, you're welcome back, Miss Molina. Do you want to join the stream? Tell me about PSG Flamengo, or you're good if you want to stay in the chat. So yeah, so they probably knew that if Flamengo was going to win Libertadores, they had a chance of meeting each other in the Intercontinental Cup after missing out the Club World Cup, which that should have been the bloody quarterfinals. So, of course, reminder, the 1981 trophy. But, yeah, it's interesting display. I know maybe not as good as New York City. Well, it's Doha and Qatar. It's different. Qatar, New York City, the USA is much different between the two cities and countries. Qatar is like basically the minier version, the smaller version of New York City, the smaller version of Dubai as the next coolest city, basically in the Gulf Coast, Middle East. And as for Flamengo, of course, I'll be trying to go for everything. This will be the huge game. So does that mean Flamengo will wear their home kit? Yeah, just the white shorts. That's fine because I don't think it should really affect the dark colors too much. I know PSG is dark blue, Flamengo's dark red, dark black, of course. Dark blue, I mean, the only red that clashes is up there, but it shouldn't even affect, not even the back. So Flamengo should be able to wear their home kit. They don't have to use white. Yes, the shorts, yes, fine. But the home kit, they should just let them stay it on. I got both home kits, basically, just without the sponsor for Flamengo. So, yeah, so this will be interesting. And to anyone that's asking, is this edited? Well, it does look edited, but it's actually real, which we'll react to a video. So, yeah, interesting photo. I like it. So, yeah, today's the day in Brazil. For me, 5 hours, even though technically the event is less than 20, is just 14 hours. So, yeah, we're trying to, get ready for it. What will Vascaeta? What will these? Let's see the playmaker. Let's see what he does against PSG's midfield because it's going to be overwhelming. Yeah, I know this is just me. This is in Portuguese saying that, of course. The promise of a great man.
Deus não se importam com esse tipo de competição, esqueça. Não dê bola, não dê ouvidos para.
Try and compete, especially the ball, especially not true, especially. Of course they would, of course, because they have just everything. And of course, both clubs will be fighting for the trophy. PSG Can they make it 6, or will Flamengo win their 7th trophy? Because Flamengo has a chance on making it 7 trophies if they win. If they win tomorrow, for example, if Flamengo upsets and beat PSG, you might just see me in the Flamengo kit for the rest of the year, and even someone in 2026, because they will be the Intercontinental / World Cup champion for a year. And here's the thing: this will be their biggest achievement ever. The Intercontinental Cup as their 2nd biggest trophy, because the new Club World Cup will be every 4 years and all that. We'll have a debate about that. So as we approach the actual World Cup in Qatar, in the U.S., my bad, next year. So we'll have some debates about that. So yeah, so the time zone. So yeah, one final time. Can we be here? So yep. Both players that played for both teams, like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and Zanin. Both teams complete the most passes in world football, and they play each other tomorrow. But if Flamengo's physicality managed to handle PSG, then yeah. But the press, will they handle it? That's the thing, because they could also exploit that. So of course PSG are the favorites. Of course PSG, I would say my mind beats them 2-1 or 3-1. But Flamengo at heart, something is telling me maybe there's a 2-1 or a scrapey 1-0 win. Flamengo got to play better than what they did against Pyramids and Cruz Azul, for example. So yeah, they'll be fighting for this trophy, which I'm hopeful that I could print it out. So yeah, I'll have the 2nd edition. So yeah, so can the Urubu, can the Vulture just do it? I've just been hyped up. I've been looking up tweets consistently. And look, everything has gone down after 96 hours. It's been like 80 hours and it's already this quick. We're already almost in the final. Damn. Hoy juega Carrascal. Titular a final contra PSG. I need to follow him. I think he's a clone. Or he's a rare play fan, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Se juega. Betinha. But yeah, everything, bro. Oh my goodness. We all know. We all know what's gonna happen. So yeah, so remember, this game will be on BN Sports if you're in the US. So let's just get ready. Let's absolutely get ready for it. I'm hopeful. So I hope I could go to the media. Let's see what they're saying in Spanish. Felipe Luis, yep, the boss, the manager, as he faces his biggest test ever. He's facing his bigger test ever. So yeah, 19 minutes ago they commented, "We are destined for the top of the world." In 1981, the golden generation of Zico, and company. That's true. What is our playing in Japan and playing our DN demands? Used to say, Flamengo's a giant. Freedom titles bring Flamengo's believing always relevant in our side. Feed itself. We have a nation of our side. Difference. We always play with 12. We want the world again in Qatar, the Mundial. We arrived once again. The champions of the new era. The Al Stadium will be the greatest culture presented on the planet. It was donating the second of receiving the super dose of the confidence in Flamengoism. Nations. Flamengo 90 minutes for our flow. Remind you that this is Flamengo. I agree. What a statement, bro. So yeah, bring it on. Of course. I want Mango to win. I would love to see Flamengo to win. With all respect to PSG, I wouldn't mind. So yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get it all ready. But yeah. And I know no one is joining the chat. Join the StreamYard, guys. Just join. I'm trying find more people, but of course it takes me a while. So yeah, this is Real Madrid's last game of the being intercontinental champions. Enjoy your last 14 hours. They know that was their last game. Real Madrid is playing tomorrow in their Copa del Rey game, round of 32, but they're not wearing their Club World Cup what's this called badge, Intercontinental Cup badge, because they know it's already been 3 dethroned. So the last game was against Alaves, and their game against whoever they have, I forgot. They won't wear it against Sevilla at the Bernabeu. They're not allowed. They're not going to wear it anymore. But can Flamengo just bring this to South America and just have a non-European team wear it? It would be weird, of course. But yeah, it would feel different, but of course. So yeah, this Flamengos are saying are the moments of Zico. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, that 3-0 smashing against Liverpool, no one expected that. Like that on December 25th. Yeah, just go for it. Oh, that's just some brilliant moments. Oh, no. This is in Tokyo, Japan. They destroyed Liverpool, winning the Intercontinental Cup along with that Toyota Cup, basically. So yeah, I don't know. Flamengo will be for. So Flamengo's admin, they put their home kit. PSG would have to wear their away kit. Even though isn't PSG declared a home team, Flamengo's declared the away team. So I don't know if this is going to happen. Of course, I want to see both teams their traditional colors. I want to see that. It would be nice. I mean, I don't know if the dark colors should clash. Because in my opinion, Flamengo could wear either black or white shorts, but they could also because the colors they shouldn't clash too much. Blue and red, and the red PSG is only in front, and it's also through the middle from the shirt basically, or stomach basically. That's it. The red, across basically, and then the rest is like blue anyway. So shouldn't be too much. Flamengo, all they need is the white shorts, so you can just pass the white shorts, so they don't have to wear their white away kits. So yeah, I don't know if PSG will have to be declared the away team despite being the home team. Sao Paulo's won 3 World Cups, 2 Intercontinental Cups, not 3. Including 1 Club World Cup, basically. The 2005 format. Rio de Janeiro. But yeah, bring back the Intercontinental Cup. We want the UEFA CONMEBOL clashes. I don't know if this picture is real. I think this might be AI. Who's that? I don't know if this guy's just editing himself in. Promote these. Got to promote to create these images for these. Just doing it for himself. Okay, big up. It looks pretty nice. Imagine if he was playing against Marquinhos. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, of course, PSG fans will be. They have everything, of course. They have the better players, of course. They have the best quality in the world. But do you even trust them? Because I still can't stop thinking about that game. If they didn't lose to Chelsea, and if they were the ones making it 7 trophies, then yeah, it's the best team in the bloody world, basically, and one of the best teams of our generation. But the problem is, they just do ridiculous stuff. But the problem is, why did they have to capitulate in the final? Why? They basically ruined Liam's month or mental health because of that. And this was before he got terminated, unfortunately. And Liam, of course, he hates Chelsea more because of this. and now you kind of despise PSG a little bit more for letting this happen instead of winning the tournament and just get it over with. Because I think PSG would have won the Club World Cup. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they probably wouldn't have gone for this trophy. Maybe they probably would. But yeah, they probably would have gone more followers and the YouTube subscribers would have grown faster, and they probably would have overtaken Manchester United when it comes to YouTube subscribers. And Manchester United, they ain't doing anything. I don't think they're winning anything, in my opinion. These guys ain't winning the Premier League. These guys, I doubt that they win the FA Cup. Not a chance. I think United goes trophyless. I doubt they get back to Europe. I doubt it. We'll see. Felipe Luis has made his press conference very clear, I think. Oh no, this is copyright. So yeah, so Bruno Enrique. Yeah, big up. Try to follow him, of course. So yeah, so this is Flamengo's page in the last 24 hours. So what are we saying? What are we saying? Nothing? All right, let me just put FIFA into Continental Cup. But yeah, we will be back here tomorrow for sure. I will go on Michael's stream for sure. Absolutely. I might have spelled it wrong. I might have spelled it right. Yeah, it's today. Well, let's see if it's possible. Looks like, oh, we got a new tweet from Soy Rojinegro, Tu Corazón. I'm red and black at heart. Attention, Condor has formally requested FIFA to change the format of the Intercontinental Cup that the South American champion should be directed in semifinals as it happened in the old Club World Cup. As Alex Dominguez has described the current format as unfair to South American clubs. Oh, interesting. You know what? Honestly, I kind of agree. I mean, I still want to keep the Derby to America trophy because I still want to see that, so I kind of get it. Why not Cruz Azul play? But the problem is FIFA wants to do that because he wants to unite the continents and then clash from there. But I kind of get the outrage kind of, but no offense to the CONMEBOL. But even though this guy that's running CONMEBOL isn't much better, I don't know. I mean, I know it's unfair. UEFA, maybe they should have played one more team. But I know 6 only for Confederation, of course. Probably could have made another trophy in there. And maybe UEFA should have played one trophy, one game at least. But even though for Flamengo's advantage, PSG as I'm about to explain. But yeah, I doubt it happens. Of course, I still want to see the derbies of the Americas don't clash. But if not, maybe why not? But you probably win one less trophy then. But yeah, it's today. Yup. Felipe Luis's biggest test. We got Vasco Corinthians later. We will be here at the Corinthians Arena or Naladu Arena. FIFA live in Qatar. So yeah, what are we saying? What are we saying, chat? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you confident? Or you don't care? Or final thoughts? So yeah, someone is making a scoreboard. Getting ready. How interesting. So yeah, interesting. So of course. But of course, this is going to be the last time we're going to see Brazilian football before next year. This Sunday will be our last game. Before, I'm going to miss it, bro. So let's see Flamengo. This is their first Club World Cup final since that Liverpool game. Liverpool got revenge in 2019. Intercontinental/Club World Cup. Of course, 2019 Liverpool won in extra time. It was Martin Firmino. 6 years ago, they had Trent. Different squad. Alisson played. Yeah, we'll see. Can Flamengo make the possible happen? Make it 7. Can we see rival tiers like Vascaínos, Palmeirense, Tricolor tiers? If Flamengo wins tomorrow, there'll probably be another parade about the Intercontinental Cup. They'll probably do another parade for the league, as well as showing up during foreign trophies. If they win tomorrow, I swear, if they win tomorrow, Felipe Luis is probably the greatest manager Flamengo has already. With this with this experience so fast, with this young of age, after retiring from professional football after the dark days of 2023, what a turnaround story, bro. And he's trying to build a dynasty before he probably goes to Europe, to replace Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid, who are very boring to watch at this point, disappointing. All they do is just show up against Real Madrid and they don't impress me. And then bend over and they get exposed by real teams. And yeah. But as well, trying to be clinical as well, so it's going to be real hard. Everyone has to be on their A game. If I was a Flamengo player now and then I only get a couple hours of rest, of course I wouldn't be fully motivated, unfortunately. I would make all these mistakes, but I hope everyone, gets ready to play for the trophy as their parents as basically as their things are on their lives, is on the things on the line to save them, basically. That's how it should feel. Show all that hard intensity for 90 minutes. If not, this goes to extra time. You have to fight it out. If this goes to pens, you better practice pens in case. Because PSG, we all know what they did against Tottenham. You know, Tottenham are bottle jobs. And to break down defense, you have to be physical. You have to do it. You have to break them down. I know there was an itchiness. You have to break them down. But if this happens, bro, this will be the biggest retreatment in Flamengo's history. I don't think they have won more than 6 trophies before. I don't think they even have won 6 trophies in their lives. In the lifetime of Flamengo, I could be wrong. Here's the thing: before the new FIFA format. Normally, before the new FIFA format, which you could win 2 or 3 more trophies, you could win basically everything, basically. Okay, maybe, of course, debatable about that. You could still technically win with the old format, as long as you're participating as well in the Super Cups, of course. For example, before the new FIFA Intercontinental/Club World Cup format, but espérate. Hold on, give me a sec, guys. Let me try to get something. sorry about that, but yeah. Tell me, what else are we saying? But yeah, Felipe Luis wins this trophy, bro. This would be the biggest achievement. But back then, I mean, that's how you spell, right? How do I say trophies, trofeos? But yeah, this is Felipe Luis's press conference. Before we react to the press conference, basically I will use the restroom. Let me see. I couldn't find the trophies. But the trophies he has won, bro. This video is not available. My country, I hate Felipe. So yeah, Felipe Luis, bro. Can he do it? Can he shock the world tomorrow? As a manager, can he defeat Felipe Luis Enrique in the final, like Enzo Maresca? Can he do it as manager? Can he do it? April 13th. This was their game against Grêmio, right? This was against Grêmio, yeah. Back in April. But yeah, Felipe Luis, even though this was 4, but now it's actually this is actually 7 right now. And he has an opportunity to make it 8 trophies. 8 trophies tomorrow. If he wins 8 trophies. Because technically he has won 7. The league, the Derbies de America, and the FIFA Challenger Cup. Of course, if you know FIFA wants one game. This might just be Flamengo's greatest, if not the greatest year. So yeah, ever. This might just be the best year ever. AFCON is starting up very soon, so African teams are just building up for the AFCON, basically. That's true. As we complete this Intercontinental Cup tomorrow, whoever wins this. So tell me, guys, it could be 8, which means that he would have won 5 trophies in the span of 17 days, 18 days. Less than 3 weeks, he would win 5 trophies. That's just a record, bro. Has anyone could win 5 trophies in a month compared to what PSG would have done all of last year, because it took them to win 5 trophies between January and August. You know, between the League Super Cup, French Super Cup, UEFA Super Cup, the French Cup, and the UEFA Champions League, even though they lost the Club World Cup. Even though they should have thought that they should have gone, because they should have gotten that new Club World Cup trophy, honestly. Why didn't they just complete their job? But yeah, to build a dynasty and bring another big trophy home. You were just 90 minutes and a goal and a win away. You guys screwed it up. So then now, but here's the thing with the format back then, guys. Here's the format back then. Back then, of course, Felipe Luis, he lost the Super Cup. Copa do Brasil this year, even though he won it last year. But I'm talking about this year alone. But this year alone, 6 trophies, 6 titles between February 1st, 2nd, and right now. And he has an opportunity to do 7. A 7-0 against his biggest rivals, Palmeiras, Fluminense, and possibly Vasco as well. 7-0. He will just be down as the greatest manager. A full season, and things have just improved ever since Titi left. Because Titi, things were just holding Flamengo back, and they were okay to watch, but not as fun. Yeah, Felipe Luis may not have done the best football for Real Madrid, but they just get the job done. And this is what Diego Simeone is not doing. Of course, Diego Simeone wouldn't help Flamengo that much either. Maybe would win 1 or 2 trophies, but like a year or something, but not this. But what Felipe Luis has done, what a dynasty. I mean, I'm not saying like dynasty, but like this was just the best year, bro. Even though some mistakes stopped, they couldn't even get better. Debatable results, especially against Fortaleza, for example. A week ago, frustrations against Sao Paulo away, frustrations against who is it? Where else did they drop points? Bahia, for example. And even even Vasco at home, unfortunately. Vasco and the derbies, unfortunately, home and away. I mean, well, it's technically at the American now. In both games, unfortunately. But Felipe Luis has been doing pretty good in the big games. He's been good. He's not done anything wrong. I mean, like, he hasn't done like anything like Felipe Luis, bro. By far the biggest title is the Libertadores. Don't get me wrong. It's by far the Libertadores. But when it comes to for now, unless he wins the Intercontinental Cup tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. Can he do it? Let's see. Can he do it? Can he upset the critics? Can he or no? Can Felipe Luis just do it? I don't know. Can he upset his critics? Can he do it? Can he do it? But of course, he's going to go out smart. He's going to try, do everything smart to try out push Luis Enrique in this tactically and, playing the game of chess. And this is going to be a great matchup between the two teams. So I will be hosting the Twitter space, by the way, tomorrow. Before I even go live on the stream. I will be hosting a Twitter space tomorrow, 7 a.m., 2 hours before the game. Talking about, both teams. We're getting ready. So let's get ready. Let's play some football. But you know what? At this time last year, would Felipe Luis would have won how many trophies would you win without? How many trophies could you win in Brazil, in a single calendar year? If you were in every single competition, of course, minus the new FIFA Challenge, the new FIFA Intercontinental Cup format, and this year's Club World Cup, minus those. I'm talking about the old edition when it was just the old Club World Cup. So of course, with the 3 fewer trophies, not the new Club World Cup, not the Challenger Cup, and not the Derby's the America Trophy, you could still, the old Club World Cup, which is basically not Intercontinental Cup of that old format, basically into it, of the trophy, even though they even updated the trophy as well. The trophy, the old one was actually a lot smaller. It was basically just as big as the laptop screen. So, I think the old Club World Cup is like this big. The Intercontinental Cup is like this, by a couple meters. So So you could. So here, okay. You could win everything. You could win. Here's how you could win everything with this time and with the last format. In 2023, the last old Club World Cup format, basically, where you could only win just a trophy because there's no other awards, basically. There's no other rewards in the Club World Cup, just the Club World Cup itself. Not really, nah. There isn't. So yeah, so you could win the Brazilian League, of course. You could have the Brazilian League. You could have, of course, your Brazilian Super Cup. You could, and depending if you have won the Libertadores the year before, you could be already being the Carnival Super Cup. Of course, the winner between Libertadores and Sudamericana, so that's free. You could win Libertadores again, basically. The Cup, so that's 5. That's still not a lot, honestly. And the Club World Cup, so that's basically 6. If this was the old format, I don't know if anyone has done it. I know Corinthians did it in 2012. They won Libertadores. They won Libertadores and the Club World Cup itself. I don't think they won the league or cup or anything else. Yeah, you could win up to 6 trophies. But with this new format, you could technically win up to 10 trophies. I'm not gonna lie, because Felipe Luis. Yes, I know he's gonna be, or 9 trophies. I know he's gonna. Of course, he's not gonna maintain the cup, Brazil Cup, Copa do Brasil, or the Club World Cup of the new format. Imagine if they won both of them. Oh my days, bro! Imagine if Flamengo won everything. Is it possible in 2029? Even though I don't know if Felipe Luis will still be here, but if someone gets really well with a dynasty like Felipe Luis, if there was a clone of him, do you think in 2029 could they actually win everything and prove why they're going to be the best club in the world? Because there's possibilities that the 2029 Club World Cup will be in Brazil. I don't know, but that's debatable. Tell me, you think Felipe Luis goes to the final? I mean, no. You think the Club World Cup, will be hosted in Brazil or no? Let me know. I don't know, because there have been bids. Of course, the U.S. wants to host it again. Why? Qatar wants to host it. Australia's in bid. So, yeah, debatable that Inter Milan. Wait, what's this? Once a Coke at Inter Milan. Whatever. Se retira aquí. What's this? Coke and Griezmann, and I have no idea why they're putting. I have no idea why people are this with this. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, what's going for Luis is Toronto. You think you could win everything? You think you could win everything? Or no? We all know Felipe Luis has praised Cruz Azul. He praised Pyramids as well, kind of bit. And he praises PSG. But this is just massive, bro. What a player, bro. Oh my days. One of our guys. The boss. But yeah, at this time you could win 6 trophies. But with this new format, Flamengo could have won 9 trophies. Is it possible in 2029? Maybe. But they'll have to get everyone right. And if the Club World Cup finals at the Maracanã, it would be a lot more confident for Flamengo, because it's what's this called? A fortune war zone, basically. It's protected pretty well. Flamengo has not lost a single game this year. In the league, they did not lose a single game. Yeah, they did lose to Atlético Mineiro in the Cup. Unfortunately, they lost to Santiago Cora in the Libertadores group stage 2-1, even though they had a penalty kick advantage to make it 2-0. That should have been a draw. So, debate about with that. So, yeah, tell me. Are you guys... So, as we build up, yep. I'm going to use the restroom, so yeah. This from Flamengo, FIFA.
Yo como futbolista, en otros momentos, ¿no? Él estaba en el Barça, tenía Messi, tenía Suárez.
Oh, he's saying this in Spanish. I thought he was saying in Portuguese. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I might just play the audio.
Bueno, primero tuve muchos enfrentamientos, como dijiste, con Luis Enrique, pero yo como futbolista, en otros...
He says that he has invaded with Luis Enrique many times, of course. Luis Enrique, of course, many times as a player himself, or, when he was at Atletico Madrid, of course. Luis Enrique was coaching Barcelona, of course, which we all know 2014 to 2016, right? 2014, which we all know he was part of, why Barcelona had the best year ever in 2015, which they did the 6 trophies, the 6 bacon themselves.
Los momentos, ¿no? Él estaba en el Barça, tenía Messi, tenía...
Yeah, at those moments, especially when they had the MSN union at that time, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, of course, that duel in 2017, 2015 to 2013, 2017, especially, before, but yeah, that time.
A Suárez, a Neymar, aquel equipazo, y nosotros teníamos otras armas para poder...
Barcelona had, obviously, of course, the greatest team of all time. There's people debate about that, why they're so popular, of course, as everything just went out. And that's why Barcelona was peak, basically, was 2015. And that's why everyone likes, and that's why Barcelona fans, they really love 2015 so much. The peak of the club as it represents the city. They won everything, basically. They wish if the new Club World Cup existed, basically. If the new Club World Cup started 10 years ago, of course Barcelona would have won that. And of course, I forgot who was watching because I wasn't even watching ball in 2015. Of course, because I was at elementary school and I just didn't have access to watch games. So yeah. At this time. So yeah, so let's listen. But it was at that time.
Poder frenarlos, ¿no? Y eran todo tipo de armas. Íbamos a una verdadera batalla y...
The arms they have, the bodies they have, but they'll do everything, of course.
Y algunas veces hemos logrado, por ejemplo, hemos eliminado el Barça.
That's true, and don't forget, Atletico Madrid actually knocked out Barcelona in 2016 in the quarterfinals of the Champions League as well. Don't forget, they did. They met in the Champions League quarterfinals. I was like, oh, shoot, they did. And Felipe Luis was a part of that. They eliminated Luis Enrique's Barcelona. In 2016, Barcelona slowed down in 2016. Yeah, Barcelona won like 2 or 3 trophies, but not as much. But yeah. And they set up that Madrid derby instead of the El Clasico. We could have gone El Clasico, but we got Madrid derby instead, which went to penalties, which we all know, the fights, all that, the Madrid derbies. Felipe Luis, unfortunately, couldn't win the Champions League. It was frustrating, bro.
En Champions, pero otras veces nos han ganado y...
As Barcelona does own Atletico Madrid in the league, as always, basically, for some reason. Atletico Madrid have very few wins against Barcelona because they don't...
Sobre todo en Liga. Entonces, es un entrenador muy bueno. Ya
been a great job.
Demostrado durante muchísimos años.
They demonstrated for many years, absolutely, in these last 10 years. Yeah, he's speaking facts. This is why, bro. Legacy.
Y se ha reinventado, ha hecho quizás una de sus obras más bonitas que fue este PSG.
And now he's praising him about, how he set up the team for PSG this year. In the last 2 seasons when he got hired, of course. And yeah, look at this. And at that time when Luis Enrique, of course, he was trying to clean up the dirt work. By the end of June of 2023, Luis Enrique got hired for PSG's coach, basically. Hold on, let me finish up.
Que no tenía una estrella, sino que la estrella de este equipo es el equipo, y eso es lo que yo valoro más.
Absolutely, bro. Massive respect for each other. I like that. Good moment. But yeah, Felipe Luis, what he said, he went through it. He has that experience, what he saw in Europe, and this is why he's been taking notes for many years, probably. So So yeah, so what are we saying? We got 14 hours left, 13 hours left. The trophy on the line. Oh, we got an update from Governor Rojas. Yeah. Let's see his balance in the Club World Cup final. So yeah, exactly. Felipe Luis, with all of the praises he has done, he's right. He's done everything. He's seen everything what they've done for everything for Atletico Madrid, for what he saw at Barcelona with Luis Enrique as manager. And yeah, and at that time, Felipe Luis was still a player for Flamengo, and they lost. Everything in 2023 was depressing, bro. Losing every single title. Retired, and ever since then, immediately, not even a full year, he gets in the coach and cleans up everything one by one. And now he is basically in his biggest final ever. His biggest game. And he has done it. I predicted well. Well done, Felipe. So whoever wins the game, let the best team win. We will be here. Let me use the restroom, and then we'll talk about Copa do Brasil and another thing about PSG Flamengo. Oh. I'm back. But about Felipe Luis, what he managed to do, his managing decisions, just almost 10 out of the 10, almost most of the time. Yes, he has like one or two iffy games where he doesn't make the subs right, drops off performances. Yeah, some concerning performance not good enough against Internacional, for example, Vasco. But he does adjust most of the time at this point. He's still learning. He's still trying to get better. And if they do that, brilliant. It's going to be a real tough game. And we got 13 hours left. I don't know how Flamengo fans are feeling in Rio de Janeiro. I'm feeling nothing the same. I just need to eat dinner, and I'm out of here. Oh, my days. Bro, this is why everything is a Super Cup this week or next week. But yeah, PSG Flamengo, FIFA Intercontinental Cup final. So yeah, here we go. Two teams will be fighting it out. I wanted this final, bro, because it represents the best, the coolest of Europe versus the coolest of South America. So we had the Champions League versus Conference League winners, and now we're having the Champions League winners versus the South American / Copa Libertadores winners. Champions of. So yeah, so we will be here. We will be here. Why South America will prove themselves why they could compete. Even if Flamengo loses, I expect a great game to make it close. They have more quality than Pachuca. And of course, PSG are not even their best at times. Defensively, PSG are not even the same anymore as much. I mean, they don't have a bad defense, but they've been exposed a couple times. Conceded twice against Bayern at home. They were getting outplayed. That could have been 3. It wasn't for Luis Diaz getting sent off, which led to Hakimi getting injured. But even if Hakimi's out / AFCON, it won't mean anything. It probably won't mean much. PSG don't even have a lot of players that are going to AFCON because they're not African-based as much. A lot of them are just based in Europe, of course. Of course, yeah, you have the Golden Boy, Ballon d'Or winners, fair play. I have my respect to Desiree Doué, who's been more humbled than Yamal. I mean, Barca fans will debate about that, but of course, scored against Inter. Of course, he scored, but here's the thing with Lamine Yamal, and now he has a new girlfriend, and now, ever since he has gotten a new girlfriend, Lamine Yamal has not scored from open play. Yamal had that run after he broke up with Nick and Nicole, and he started to get his form out of Norway. Scored against Elche, Club Brugge, Celta Vigo. He scored in like 3 straight games and then ghosts again and then picks up. That's the concerning part for Barcelona. November started to improve a bit, but it's just not good enough. Not good enough from Rafinha. I mean, sorry, from Yamal, you could say. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, fair play to Felipe Luis. I'm really excited. Fair play both managers. Why they're here in the final. I wanted this. I requested this. I've been demanding this since the Club World Cup final. I've been playing ahead. I knew this match. I saw it from afar. I knew Flamengo were going to win Libertadores. Flamengo and PSG were just one game away in the summer from playing each other. If it wasn't for Bayern just screwing up against Benfica, because I know Flamengo would have beaten Benfica, even though it would have been a stretch 1-0. And maybe they probably would have won the Club World Cup. And of course, PSG would win the final. Maybe the Club World Cup would have been different. Maybe PSG would have won. Maybe there would have been the PSG Bayern final instead. Because Chelsea probably would have gotten knocked out by Bayern. And of course, Bayern would do their job against Palmeiras, punch Fluminense. And then, of course, still keep the same format, Man City and Inter getting knocked down in round 16. It would have been a Bayern PSG final and everything would have been different. Maybe that would have been like that. And that would have been interesting. Maybe. Do you think PSG would still do the ridiculous? Maybe. Or maybe Bayern, there's blood on their eyes. Maybe they'll probably have a different motivation. Maybe. So why not? But you know what? But I will say this with, the FIFA Club World Cup, the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. If this new format started a little bit earlier, we could have gotten some clashes. We could have gotten the Derbies of America. We could have gotten Leon versus Fluminense in 2023, but it didn't happen because of the old format. 2022, we should have gotten Flamengo versus Seattle. I thought that should have happened. 2022 edition. 2021, we did have Palmeiras Tigres in the semifinals. So luckily, we know Tigres beat Palmeiras 1-0, winning that game. And in 2020, I know it was COVID. I forgot who won. Is it one today? No. That was 2020's edition. 2021, no, it was one. You're right, it was one today. One today versus Palmeiras would have happened. And the year before that was Tigres Palmeiras, 2020 edition. 2019. 2019 would have been Flamengo versus who won the Champions Cup in 2019? I forgot who won the Champions Cup in 2019. It was another Liga MX clubs, but shoot, I forgot who won in 2019. Who won the Champions Cup in 2019? I forgot. Is it America? No, right? Who won a con? I might look it up. Because no one is responding to chat. Like, where are you, chat? Who won in 2019? I forgot. Because I only remember the list. Oh, Monterrey. They won as well. So we could have gone to Monterrey Flamengo Derby to America as well. In 2018, we would have gotten Chivas versus River Plate. Derby to America clash, if I'm correct. And maybe we could have gotten that in 2018 because River Plate defeated Boca Juniors. Pachuca won in 2017, and I forgot who won the Libertadores in 2017. Was it I don't know. I don't know who won the Libertadores. I forgot who won in 2017. Grêmio. Oh yeah, sure. I think Grêmio and Pachuca did man the Club World Cup. So interesting. But these were the last examples if they didn't miss out. That's what I was saying. And then of course, we could have gotten some games. And this year we saw Botafogo. Next year, who knows? Inter Miami might qualify maybe to LAFC. We could either have an Inter Miami LAFC final, or we could get a Club America versus Cruz Azul Clásico Joven final, which I think that would be fire. I think that would be ridiculous. That would be probably at the Estadio Azteca, whoever is declared the home team either way. Imagine if we have a Clásico Joven. Imagine if we have a Clausura, Clásico Joven, and a Champions Cup final before the World Cup. Then I would go down there. I would take a quick trip to Mexico City and come back to the U.S., watch a few games, and maybe host. So I just need to make these trophies for a reason. But that's just the example of the Club World Cup. So may the best team wins. I will be here, bro. I just hope we get a great game. Massive luck, bro. So PSG has a plan to avoid traps set by Flamengo. Of course, Luis Enrique will have him. So is Felipe Luis, but PSG, they just have everyone done. They have PSG Flamengo. So get ready, guys. Franco Masantuno almost joined them back in May for Real Madrid. Got in there. PSG thought they were going to get Franco for Florentino Perez stole them. And, of course, this is why Real Madrid and PSG don't even get along. This is what Leo Pereira. But I swear from this guy's his enemy. Yeah, I mean, no offense to Paul May. Is this graphic contact? Ooh. This is not graphic content. This is just a betting. This is not graphic content. This is just betting. Oh my day. But of course But yeah, we will see what happens. But yeah, this is just Twitter. Let's see PSG's. But yeah. Oito meus para Sport Flamengo. Let's see the fans saying Nos vemos Mundiales for big up to stop that Dembele. Big up. My guy, I know he's getting clowned by Flamengo. Big up to the European champions. Big up to him as well. So yeah, hopefully we get a great game. I'm excited. I predicted this final. Yeah, let the best team win. So yeah, there's the memes, hookers. Yep. Movies, so hopefully I don't get copyright, but yeah, I just showed you a good example. Let's see Flamengo's main account, let's see PSG's main account, and we'll just wrap it up. Let's watch both teams fight it out. This is just the best. But yeah, like I said, we read the tweet earlier. Yeah, get ready for it. And let's see what else we have. Let's see the English account. Then we'll do the PSG account. Yeah, today's Mango Nations today, guys. Retweet this. Interesting, yep. Yeah, so here we go, guys. Hopefully they wear the home kits, bro. Hopefully. I will be waking up. I will be so yeah, so get ready. Let's get PSG. Alright, let's get PSG inside the main account. Yeah, PSG maybe more followers than Flamengo. Due to them being in Europe, of course, through Europe's elite, of course. But Flamengo, in my opinion, they're not far behind. PSG Brazil, let's see what they do. Mañana, let's see PSG's English. So yeah, that might just be it. So yeah, let's get ready, guys. Let's just get Vasco Corinthians out of the way. So yeah, I think that's all the news. Basically, I think we read today as well. Corinthians will be going against Vasco da Gama in the ship derby. This is why, look, it's basically captains, basically versus captain. One is steering the wheel, and another one, pirate ships. Basically, this is why I call it the ship derby. Even though Corinthians has an eagle bird as their mascot, Vasco, they're just using the pirate themselves. This is why I look at their curse at the clubs. This is why I call it the ship derby, boat derby, even though no one in Brazil calls it. We will be here. As they have their own final, of course, Corinthians will be playing Vasco in the major final since the year 2000, especially at the Maracanã. And I predicted the biggest final would be out of the 4 teams would be Vasco Corinthians due to size. The biggest of São Paulo versus going the second biggest of Rio de Janeiro, the both derby. So we all know the last time Corinthians, they defeated Vasco 3-2 at their ground at the San Gennaro at their mini stadium. Scoring through open play goals, pressure. Vasco, they couldn't handle it. So I want to see what. So yeah, Corinthians, they had everyone meant to defy, had an okay game. Yeah, in response, they had the Eagles, and yeah, they're done with the Pirates. Let's get them. They got the Eagles on their sides. So yeah, the 2 absolute scrub managers, bro. 2 of Brazil's worst managers are in this bloody final now, Felipe Luis. Versus maybe Cruzeiro, who by the way sacked their manager as well. He's gone, just like Sociedad. Sergio Francisco, he's gone, sacked. Probably would have been, but yeah, whoever wins this game will win the cup. Well, there's a 2-legged tie, and whoever wins the 2-legged tie will play Flamengo in the Super Cup and wins Copa do Brasil. But David All Jr. has won it before, and he's going against Phoenix, who might be the bigger idiot. I don't have to preview Vasco. They have most of their players available. Paulo Henrique, he's not sick. Orechi, and then the pen, but open play goal. Yeah, let's have some roughness. The Flarinches union is on. This is the anti-Vasco. I thought Vasco and Corinthians would have gone on because I thought they hate Flamengo, but it looks like the Flarinches union, even though Flamengo and Corinthians are mixed up, they're not allies, but they tend to not be enemies because one common enemy, Palmeiras, and they also hate Vasco. So yeah, vamos, yep. Today's the ship derby, right? Yes, it is. And it's going to be at their ground, São Paulo. Is it actually being played at the arena? Yes. Yes, it is. And away fans are allowed. So yeah, vamos go. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. They're showing up their 2000 FIFA Club World Cup. In response. New Maracanã, yes. But first, yeah, the final will be of course it will be at the Maracanã. It will be at 6 p.m. Oh, so that game will be at 2 p.m. It was about to be 2:30. We will be here. We will be here for the final. We might do it on the main channel. We will be here. Oh, already Vascaínos, Vasco fans that support the team before the trip to Sao Paulo. Look at this. They are not joking, but this is not as much as Flamengo. Puede ser Cruz Azul, but wait, what? You said it could be Cruz Azul, but could it be Fingers? No way. And then they're showing Flamengo. Ooh, Rizzo, ooh. Is he a Vascaíno? Yes, he is. Look at this. You're not even in the Club World Cup final. 0 Mundiales. You shouldn't even be talking. Look at this. But then Mineiro, those are ridiculous. And guess who also joins? No surprise, but stupid pigs. Like, it's annoying. The pink pigs, even though they're green, but pink still. They demand. Look at these guys. Look at these. That's Vascaínos. More like that's you. More like that's Vascaíno, because if you say that and you get humbled by Corinthians tomorrow as well, we will be reacting to Twitter. This is just funny. At least with Brazilian Twitter, it gets pretty cool. Funny. Even funnier than European Twitter. Look at their fans. I doubt it. For instance, what the small. Yeah, very small. You have not won a trophy in 14 years, and it's gonna be 15 when you guys lose the tie itself. Am I surprised? No. So TV Global is expected to televise this game. So let me see if that's true. Fox Deportes will televise my end. Well, TV Global take the opportunities. What time is the game? 4:30 p.m., right? Yes, 4:30 p.m. my time. As always, we'll do that. Tomorrow we got Women's Champions League, of course. Of course, I'll be watching Atletico Madrid takes on the team themselves. But by far, Flamengo PSG is the biggest. It's the Super Cup this week. It's this weekend. You're kidding me. Milan Napoli's on Thursday? You're kidding, bro. I'm not even prepared for that. Come on. Did they skip it for one day? I might have skipped Wednesday. Tottenham versus Liverpool's this Sunday as well. But I'm glad this game's at 2:30 so I can just wrap. Unless this goes to extra time. But yeah, we'll see. Are we not doing Corinthians versus Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's on Fox Deportes and TV Global. I knew it. These guys will never miss. So Spanish Portuguese, so I can go back and forth, including the final. There we go. It's confirmed. But thank goodness. I thought TV Global will also do Vasco Fluminense, but thank you, Fox Deportes, for stepping up. What a joke. Fluminense. We'll see what happens. Remember, 25 years later, they're meeting at the Maracanã. Yeah, this is a huge one. Vasco Corinthians is by far the second biggest game. Not whoever plays Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, whoever plays tomorrow in their cup games, it's not as big as this. So we will be here. But on Sunday, Barcelona and Villarreal is huge, but in my opinion, Corinthians, Vasco's second leg is big. And it's going to build up the rivalry heading to next year as well. So yeah, in the next few months, heading to 2026. So this is huge. So this is why I love the sport. I'm trying to make more trophies. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to be rich. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to, get everything done in time. So yeah, so So yeah, so that might just be it. I think Vasco will go on with with whatever Denise does 4-2-3-1. I don't know if Arechi starts. He'll probably use that Colombia. He'll use Ryan, their version of Pulga, Ryan, Puma, and then the rest guys. Corinthians, we all know David All Jr. will probably use this format. Alberto, Title, Memphis Depay. Vidin maybe gets his another start. Of course, Hugo Sora on goal. Of course, Vasco, Leo Jardim. So, yeah, it's the ship derby, guys. They'll be fighting it out. Yup. Corinthians, Vasco. This is massive. And we will be here. Let's see, because this is going to be massive. Can Flamengo upset PSG? Can it happen? Can it happen? Can we just get the... But yeah, may the best team wins, because that might just be it for the live stream, guys. So yeah, may the best team win tomorrow. May the best team win tomorrow. So yeah, so big up everyone. Thank you guys for on. So let's see final tweets, and I'm out of here, guys. Surprised no one has left a comment since an hour ago. Like, where are you guys? So yeah, here we go, guys. Flamengo PSG has arrived. BN Sports Indonesia. Where's BN Sports USA? So yeah, this is on DAZN. If you're in Europe, basically, except for France. If you're in the US, like me, Ousmane Dembele, of course, wins the FIFA award. Come on, BN Sports. Did I not press on this? This is USA's A. Ah, come on. Nah, frick off. I want to see ads. Very similar. Come on. BN Sports has slowed down. Are they trying to not report the FIFA Intercontinental Cup on Twitter? Why is it? Why are they trying to skip it? Why? Why are they trying to skip it, bro? I'm trying to get copyright, but like, are they trying to avoid? I have no idea why BN Sports does this. But yes, sir, PSG Flamengo, 2 teams will be fighting it out. So thank you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. So